Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the show. This is Jenga Njero. Now, today we have the Matchmaker show, and you understand the protocol here. Any other time we have a man on board, that man must be looking for a woman. In the same way, when we have a woman on board, that woman must be looking for a man. But because today we have a man, I will tell you the kind of woman he is looking for. But before then, if you're watching us for the first time, this is the Matchmaker show. We help men and women to get matches. And the moment they get the right ones, they meet their destinies. So you're not lost. If you're new to the show, subscribe, like the video, and don't forget to leave a comment. Also, the contacts of our guest will be on my Facebook page at Jenga Njero. So you can follow Jenga Njero on Facebook and you'll be getting these updates in real time. Our guest on today's show is a 43-year-old Kamba man, single and searching. You could be asking yourself, why is he single at the age of 43? What kind of a woman is he looking for? What is his name? Why is he single? What kind of a woman is he looking for? The preference in terms of age and things like that. The moment we begin to answer those questions, that is the moment that most people begin to understand whether or not they will be interested in the guest or not. So our guest on today's show is Mr. Linus Wambua, 43 years old, single and searching. We also ask questions like, what does one do for a living? Because these are the very questions that answer the quest of whether or not you are compatible or not. So Mr. Wambua is a teacher by profession. He's a teacher with the Teachers Service Commission, the TSC, and he's a maths and chemistry teacher, also very good in physics. So he's looking for a wife because he is divorced. You see, somebody who is divorced is somebody who has realized that the marriage they were in can no longer work. And sometimes marriage, most of the time, when marriage comes to a halt, some of you who are watching me today are divorced, others are casually separated, others are separated, some are casually divorced, depending on what you want to call it and the formalities that were involved. When people come to an agreement that this one is no longer compatible, the union is no longer possible, and it cannot work for the both of them, then it becomes more sensible if those people can call it quits. And that's exactly why Mr. Wambua Linus is on the show today. So at the age of 43, he's looking for a woman who is also, if possible, divorced. Because he's telling me that he was divorced because of one of the most oblivious reasons. He was left because of one of the most senseless reasons, according to him, or allegedly. He says that he was left because he had married from a different tribe, and that tribe did not like and appreciate him. You see, he's a Kamba, and the tribe that he had married from did not appreciate him as a son-in-law. So they kept on piling pressure on the lady, piling pressure. And at the end of the day, he realized that this one was not going to be good for the both of them. It was also not going to be good for the family. He's a single dad of one, and he looks forward to getting somebody who can understand that love goes beyond borders, beyond nations, and beyond lifetimes. He's looking for this woman who knows that love can be derived from the most unknown, unpredictable sources. Because at the end of the day, you're all looking for somebody who makes you feel special. At the end of the day, you're looking for somebody who will make you feel like you belong, somebody who will give you the attention that is required to be special. You see, because the person you marry or the person you get married to is supposed to be that one special person. Even when everything else comes crumbling, you can count on them. But if you cannot count on them, then I have bad news for you because that is not the kind of soulmate that you so deserve. And now Mr. Wambua is looking for a woman 40 years and below, and this woman should also be doing something with his life. He's telling me that he would prefer somebody who has either a business or somebody who is in a certain profession, somebody who is doing something, or in other words, somebody who is busy. If you're there and you're looking for a match and you're busy with your life, Mr. Wambua is a compatible match. He could be an ideal match depending on how you'll be able to communicate. After this, I'll be posting his contact on my Facebook page at Jenga Njero because that is where we give updates of our guests. Okay. Again, the single dad of one is working and living in Tala. Tala is in Machakos County. You follow Kangundo Road and you'll be going to Tala. Tala is not even very far from Nairobi. There are people who work from Nairobi, but they go back home to Tala. Okay. And I think the distance between Tala to town and the distance between Thika to town is almost the same. I don't know, but that's the thing. And now Mr. Linus is looking for a woman who has a kid and maximum two. If you have three and above, he might not be able to match up to the responsibility because he says he has goals and ambitions and he doesn't want everything he has in terms of goals and ambitions to be grounded just because he's raising a family. That is why he prefers somebody who's doing something with her life so that at the end of the day, that person will join hands with him, and they will together become a family that can easily be able to conquer the challenges of life, face life head on, and make the best out of it. So if you're there, you're single, and you're searching, this could be your ideal match. Again, Mr. Linus Wambua is also looking for somebody, if possible, campus will get the first priority. He's not saying this to be tribal, but you all know that once bitten, twice shy. Sometimes when you go through a certain aspect of life, there's a certain kind of like lift, there's a certain valley, there was a certain the ups and downs of life. Every other time you're about to face them again, then you develop a certain kind of innate fear, inborn fear, because you are now facing something that had already threatened your peace in the first place. So if there's a camper there who has met the criteria of what we have discussed, that person might get the first priority because Mr. Wambua is very, very lady. And now, there's something else. If you are a teacher, you should not contact him. He's saying that one of the most boring things, and this is his own observation, and we say that people get matched depending on what they want and how they feel about a certain thing. He says that he doesn't want somebody who will be telling him about the day, how the day was, and they are revolving around the same profession. So if you're coming from another profession, the better. That does not mean that you cannot try. I said that sometimes it's by fire, by force, by fire, by thunder. Sometimes you can give it a try, you can give it a chance, and then you can be able to look whether or not you will be matching with Mr. Linus Wambua. He's in Tala, single dad of one, Kamba man, 43 years old, working with the Teachers Service Commission. We can only wish him well, hoping that he gets a good match from our show. And guys, if you have not subscribed to this YouTube channel, you can check whether you've subscribed in the count of 3, 2, 1, then subscribe, enable the notification bell, and any other time I release a video like this, YouTube will automatically notify you. God bless you. Bye bye.